Some Hollywood eats for a Hollywood weekend. Here to add some glamour to your Oscar night, Paul Shufelt from Century Hospitality.
Glamour. I don't know about that. I'll do my best, though.
Oscar's Rockefeller.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kind of a take on that, but we're not cooking it. It's raw, and it's actually kind of a cocktail.
Yeah, this is a fun one that we do at the restaurant quite often. We do a Bloody Caesar oyster, so it's really easy to do at home. It's got a little bit of a Canadian feel to it because of the Bloody Caesar, and it works really well with the oyster. So,
and does the blood come from the hand as you're shucking it, or what?
If you do
the
it
blood
right,
come in?
no, but it could possibly happen. So we'll talk about a couple of tips on that. So one, if you're a rookie at shucking oysters, I like to start with a good oyster that's easy to open, and typically Malpecs are some of the best. It's a PEI oyster. You get into some of the Cushis and Royal Miyagi's and the smaller ones, they get a little bit tougher, so you need a little more practice.
And what are you looking for? Like, how would I know that this is good or not, or bad?
You know what? The challenge with an oyster, well, one, you never want to see it open. That's a bad sign. Once you open it, oysters will almost always tell you they're not good. One, they'll either be dry, or two, you're going to get a foul odor like right away. And it does happen. You can't avoid it. It does happen occasionally, but you're going to know that it's not a good oyster, and you want to get rid of that right away.
Okay, let's try this.
Okay, so what you want to do, you've got the opening side right here. I wrap it in a towel so I don't have to worry about slipping. And as I was saying, you don't want to put a lot of pressure, okay? So you're just going to put your shucker right in between, and you're just twisting. A little push and a twist. You don't want to stab too hard in.
And you're using a shucker or a mail opener?
No, this is an oyster shucker. You can get them at most grocery stores will carry them. If you have a seafood purveyor, they will definitely carry one. So once I've got it loosened, then I just want to twist a little bit, and then I'm going to go across the top to separate the muscle from the shell. Just like so, without damaging the oyster. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Okay, and I just want to make sure that guy's moving around, so when you actually eat the oyster...
moving around.
No, just that it's loosened from the bottom.
Just making sure.
Okay, so I'm going to let you try. While you're doing that, I'm going to put the Caesar together.
Okay, and the medics, probably?
Yes.
So
if you can't do it, don't worry about it. We've got enough. So this is basically a classic Caesar. I'm going to use a little bit of citron vodka, about an ounce.
And this is working so good.
You're doing great. Keep it up. Don't worry, we got some already shucked. So I've got about an ounce of citron vodka here, and I'm using a squeeze bottle with some ice in it so I can get my Caesar mixture nice and cold. And then I'm just going to put the top on and pour it out. I've got about 8 ounces of Clamato juice. Now this will probably do at least a dozen, if not maybe 15 oysters. I'm going to put about a tablespoon worth of Liam Perrins. Okay. How's it going over there? Doing great?
It's going really well. Can't you see? It's open. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
You just try to go a little flatter, just like so.
Okay. So I'm trying to go down, and I should be going straight across?
Just across, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Okay.
You can take it from there, right?
Oh, thanks. You just loosened it for me.
Yeah, that's
really?
exactly it. Okay, so we've got a little bit of horseradish in there as well, too. And a little bit of celery salt, like so.
All right, so it's kind of like a Caesar.
Just a classic Caesar. I'm not messing with it. You know, if you like different things in your Caesar, feel free to experiment and try on your own. I just give it a shake like so, and then right over my oysters. Don't be shy. Get a little bit extra on there, just like so. And
you just have it mounted on some salt. It looks like
what I've done is salt, or you can even use crushed ice. Either way, you want to keep them nice and level. It keeps the juice in there, and you don't want to lose the brine from the ocean either.
Oh, you don't? So you want
it's good. Yeah, that's the best part.
Okay.
Shall we?
Do I? I don't know.
Here, I'll do one with you. Cheers.
Okay. Cheers. Oh, my gag reflex didn't kick in, and I actually got it down. That's fantastic. Well, in just a few minutes, we're talking popcorn. This is gourmet popcorn. And also prawn lollipop. That was actually really good.
Not bad, eh?
Oh, yeah, it was nice and fresh. Didn't taste fishy at all.
There you go.
Fantastic. We are Oscar-fying our popcorn. Paul Shufelt from Century Hospitality. And why are you putting plants in my popcorn?
Well, you're celebrating the movie, so what better dish than to pick popcorn, right? It goes classic pairing with the movies. But we want to, turn it up a little bit. You don't want to just do plain old popcorn, right? So I just got some fresh thyme.
Okay.
You want to do this right when your popcorn comes out of the popper. I wouldn't recommend like a microwave popcorn. You want to get out the popper for this one.
Okay.
So a little bit of fresh thyme in there. Gonna put a little bit of butter, just like so.
That's a little.
A little bit, yeah. And then a little bit of truffle oil as well.
Truffle oil. That's really going to spice up your popcorn.
And we're going to make this into, as I said, sort of a Cracker Jack. So I've got a little bit of pecans here. We're going to toss those in.
And what did you do to those pecans? Because they look kind of different.
Now these ones are a little bit candy. They've got a little bit of spice in them and just a little bit sugar coated. So they're going to add a little bit of sweetness in there as well.
And do you do that in the oven or on a frying pan?
I do that, yeah, you can do it right in the oven. You just want to coat them with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of cayenne or paprika and then right in the oven.
Ooh.
You don't have to do that. You can just do straight up nuts as well too. And then I'm going to finish this off with a little bit of liquid honey. So as I said, this is sort of a Cracker Jack. And it's it's got some sweetness, it's got the earthiness with the thyme and the truffle oil. And then it's got the salt element. We've got a little bit of fresh salt in there too. Okay, and you don't want this to be super, super sticky and super sweet. So it's just a little bit of honey in there. And as I said, you know, it's not going to be like the kids' Cracker Jacks you're used to growing up.
And I want to try some with the thyme in it. The truffle oil.
That comes through, eh?
It certainly
you got
does,
the sweetness, you got the earthiness, a little bit of the thyme in there, and you can kind of adjust it to your liking as well too.
That's excellent.
So there's another dish for us, and then
so this will be these lollipops, very easy for your guests to eat.
Totally nice. It's right. It's sort of a two-biter. So what I've done is I've just taken the tail right off, and I've just made them into a round and put them on the end of my skewer. And then I've got what's called a breading station here. Normally it'd be breadcrumbs. We're going to finish it off with coconut today instead. So I just got a little bit of seasoned flour, so just with some salt and pepper in there. I just want to coat it with flour, so it's going to help my egg wash stick.
Okay.
Don't want to make sure there's any extra flour, and it'll tasting starchy. Okay, and then I put it in egg wash. This is just egg and a little bit of milk. Okay, and then right into my coconut mixture.
So is this sweet coconut or is this unsweetened
this
coconut?
is unsweetened. Yeah, so just like so.
And it's just that easy?
Exactly. So now you can do two options here. You can bake this in the oven, or you can fry this, whatever your preference is. If you want to keep it a little healthier, feel free to break it. In a deep fryer, yeah.
Deep fryer, okay.
So what I would do if I'm frying it, I usually do a second coating. Okay. So I'll just go right back into the egg wash, and then back into the coconut.
But if you're baking it, you don't need a second one?
You don't necessarily need to, right? I just find when it fries, it tends to lose a little bit of the coating on the outside. So that's how we do that. I've got some that are already ready here.
Okay.
Like
and how long would you don't want to overcook your shrimp, right?
Yeah, if you're frying them,
yeah,
exactly. If you're frying them, you just want to see the coconut brown up. So probably 4 to 5 minutes at about 325, 350, somewhere in that ballpark. If you're baking them, I went about 350, 375, probably 7 to 8 minutes. Again, you're just kind of looking for it to brown all the way through. And I'm just going to serve these with a little bit of, we've got an orange and sambal glaze here. You can do a little bit of plum sauce, a little bit of sambal. So you're looking for something sweet with a little bit of heat in it as well.
You might not even need a dip.
You might not.
They're that good.
They're that good. Exactly. There you go.
Well, thank you so much for really Oscar-fying our meal on Sunday.
Yeah, so we've put these recipes, I've given you the recipes as well too. You can see them in my weekly column as well in the Sun, but they're all nice. They're about 10 minutes or 10, 15 minutes to put together, so nothing too complicated and nothing that the average person can't do at home.
Yeah, and you can get the oysters at Lux, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you bet.
Perfect.
You bet.
Well, thanks so much for coming
My
in.
pleasure.